Alright, BPS tradesman. Turn the truck around so that way I get access to the driver's side. I actually went to do the inspection on the truck a while back to put the rear tires on from the flat ones that was buried in the mud. I tried getting this drum off. Smacked it with a little 24-ounce hammer, and it was not wanting to budge. Anyways, I get a bigger hammer. I think there's either 8 or 10. I'm not sure if it says on there. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, that's a big enough hammer to get it done. And I impacted it on the outer edge over in here. Anyways, there's that lip. I haven't cleaned this one up yet. But this lip right here, I'm talking about that edge. So when I go to adjust these, that's why they call it a drop light. Alright. These are the shoes. I still got some life left in them. I'm going to clean this up. I haven't done any brake cleaning here yet. You can see the hardware could probably need to be cleaned up. Anybody that doesn't know much about drums or hasn't messed with them, this is your adjustment. Right there. If you're... Oh, bump the stool. If you're in reverse, that should start going. Okay. So right here, I don't even know if, because I haven't messed. It should click and move easy. And I think I'm going to have to take that apart. You see that moisture and that rust? That's supposed to spin. When you make that gap bigger down here, it pushes these shoes out. That pushes the shoes out. Up here's your pivot point. Okay, so the bottom gets pushed out, opens up, and it pivots right up here. This is what's called your wheel cylinder. Right here. It's got the little circular rubber on there. Comes across. And what that does is it pushes out the top. So when you're hitting your brakes, the bottom should be the fixed point, don't move. And your top is supposed to expand out. These springs pull it back in when you stop on your brakes. So if you got broken springs or weak springs, it might be sticking, or you could get gravel in here. Gravel, dirt, rust. That's why I like rotors and calipers a little bit more, but yeah. So you take that adjustment screw, it should work, and then you open up the bottom, and then when you hit the top, you're a lot closer to engagement. So if you're feeling like your brakes aren't grabbing, which was my case, it felt like I just had front brakes and the back didn't feel like it was doing much. That's why we're tearing into this. And I'm not even going to put new shoes on there. And they actually have rivets. I can't see them right now. If they get worn down real short, you'll see rivets coming through. So I'm going to let these roll after I get it cleaned up. And the adjuster screw down there, I'm going to work on it. Got some PB. Now that'll help the brake dust stay in there. So I'm going to hose this down to acetone a can with compressor. Once I get that done, I'm going to chase after this lip all the way around there. Because I'm not doing the adjustment from the back. And I want to have these things about maxed out. So if you pull the bottom out too far, that drum won't squeeze back on there because the brakes be pushed out too much. So then you can go in there and you can take some out and let the shoes come in. Okay, these are your shoes. That's your drum. That's drum brakes. And this is 8 lugs. Now this right here, that's your axle shaft flange. Okay, that's called a full floating axle. If you got a truck that's actually like, a farm work truck, you probably got one of these. You see the bolts on the flange? It's a full floating rear axle. At least on the GM14 bolts. Stearling 10 1/4, I believe. I haven't tore into it, so I don't know how the pinion. I don't think the pinion has a pinion bearing support on the nose, but that's for a different day.